Let's get it straight for a second, y'all. We've been brought up in a narrative in a world that has made us believe that things happening outside of us are beyond our control. That the life that you live is only simplified within the logistics of what your logical mind can create it to be. And it's so much more than that. Yes, we do live in a world where there are external things happening beyond us for reasons people will debate till the end of time. Similarly is what happens once we die. Everybody has their internal belief that feels right for them, but ultimately we just won't know until that moment comes. However, paradoxically, on the individual level, we are also creating the reality that we live based off of the fundamental beliefs that we are orchestrating with and playing with. And in order to change these fundamental beliefs, this is where the fucking juice is, dude. Like, to change your beliefs, you have to actually believe that you can change them. And from that point, and I don't even really know where I want to be fucking going with this today. I just felt this. I just need to be here with you in this to remind you that you create the reality you want to live, while also at the same time it is a surrendering process to how it comes into your life. A few years ago, I would have never imagined my life to be where it is. I'm sure the same with you. Like, a few years ago, could you really have pictured where you are currently? Yes, like, you can have a general idea, but also, I to some extent, no. And if you are living in a life where everything is so predictable, how fucking boring. Why would you want to live in a world that's like that? Because there leaves no room for miracle and amazement to come into your life, and magic. And life is so much more fun when it's like that. And so the dance becomes, can we offer what we want and let it go for it to come in its own accord when the time is right, in a way that is beyond what we could have ever imagined it to be? And can we also allow that the offering of what we desire may be based off of a level of conditioning and understanding and our current level of awareness now, but the future us, the future version of you, has something in plan that's so much better than what you're asking for now. The example of, if you're really hungry right now and you pass by a 7-Eleven or some kind of grocery store, or gas station, and you walk in and you see like a fucking Twix, and you're like, oh, well, I'm really hungry, so I'll just eat this now. Whereas if you would have like waited a little bit and just allowed yourself to like really choose the best option, there would have been like a fucking Whole Foods above the street, and you could have got a whole meal. Or I don't know, that was a shitty analogy, but you know what I'm fucking saying. Like, what the thing you think you want is now, what if there's something so much better ahead of you? But we can't be in this position of like not taking any action and not doing anything in anticipation that something better is coming. The grass is always greener mentality. Like, that's not what I'm saying either. What I'm saying is that, can we offer the things that we long for and want in our heart to the world, to God, to the universe, to Great Spirit, to life, whatever you want to call it? Can we offer that and just allow it to be what it needs to be when the time is right? And also take the necessary steps forward. And this is this beautiful dance of surrender that we are orchestrating within our lives. And there's no one way to do it, because every one of us lives our own little individual reality and how we see things and what we feel and what we sense. Yet there's still a base level of a template that serves useful to most. In this context, it's, we want something, right? Let's say it's a relationship. Let's say it's a career path. Let's use those two. Let's say it's a relationship and career, because that's what a lot of people focus on, and then like their bodies and things like that. But you yearn for this relationship. You yearn for this level of fulfillment within your work and your purpose. And you feel inside of you this desire, this wanting. Can you then be in two places at the same time? The first place is the place of the offering. Saying, this is what I want. I want to call in this relationship into my life. And surrendering and allowing it to just come as it's supposed to in the timing of things. Because there is a natural timing to things. When we're manifesting our lives, and creating our lives, there's a natural sequence of things that need to follow. We can't go from like fucking January 1st mid-freezing temperatures to July 1st, 75 degrees and sunny. Like, there's a natural rhythm that will take one from there to there. So can we be patient and just allow it to unravel as it's supposed to, knowing that every step we take leading into the second place of what you're being is guiding you exactly to the position that is at perfect harmony and resonance for you. And so the second part of this is, then can we take the actionable steps, knowing that we are only presented to us what we can handle and what we need at that time, nothing more, nothing less, right? There's this element of fear. And as I grew up, as somebody that grew up with a lot of scarcity, a lot of fear embedded in my mind, there was always this anticipation. And this still comes up for me too, by the way. Like, I love knowledge, I love learning, I love understanding, and I want more than the next guy to understand exactly what's going to happen. And this concept of surrendering is very tricky for me too. So I'm not just fucking sitting here saying like, I got all this down. Like, I understand it and I'm walking this with you. So let's also fucking relate to each other on that level, that like we're in this together kind of thing. Yet I'm understanding it more. And I'm trusting it more to where I feel comfortable in this position now where I can communicate this message to you, because I'm walking it, I'm being it, and I'm about it, and I can feel it. And so what I'm saying is you take these steps forward and imagine you're in a forest and you have a lantern, and this lantern can only show you within a 5-foot perimeter around you. It's enough space to where you can see where you're going, but it's not enough to where you can like really see where you're going. It's just enough to get you to the next step safely, confidently. But it's almost not enough to where there's going to be moments where it's going to challenge your faith. There's going to be moments where you're taking your lantern and you're walking and you come up to a ravine and there's a gap in front of you and your light only goes 5 feet and you're being asked to jump over this ravine, jump over this, I don't even know if a ravine's the right word, whatever, jump over this thing to get to this other part of your path. And this is where that leap of faith comes in, to go into something beyond what you can actually see, beyond what you can ever know, and trust that it's going to be secure. Trust that it's going to work. But in order for you to take that leap fully, you have to make sure that the path you're walking in the first place is the right path for you. I've seen people personally in my life, I know people who have taken leaps of faith, so they thought it was leaps of faith, but really they were rushing the process and ended up falling down and tumbling and feeling the pain of rushing the process and pursuing something purely from a place of ego and from a place of trying to make reality succumb to their will rather than their will succumbing to reality while also being in active participation with reality. And And that's what can make these jumps feel so scary, is because there are people that we have seen in our lives, or people that we've seen just on social media and other things like that, where they would take a leap and it would be really painful, or something bad would happen. And that's not to say it's always guaranteed either. Like, sometimes you take a risk and it doesn't work. But also, we can also look at all those people, like the people that I know that took that leap of faith and that ended up kind of like fucking their shit up a little bit. They're okay, relatively. Like, they're okay. They're alive. They're still moving. And the people that I know, the people that I personally know, they picked themselves back up and they're doing fine now. Like, it's okay. And they're probably a lot stronger and wiser because of it. And just as I'm a lot stronger and wiser from the moments when I overstepped and I made a mistake and I fell on my fucking face and hurt my shit and learned from that. So it's okay. And so this is the paradox. These are the two things that we hold. And can one simultaneously hold these things? Because if one can, that is how you create your world. That is how you create your life. And of course, there's underlying issues of, not issues, there's underlying things that come into these two pillars right here. So the previous video where I did about changing your belief systems and the fundamentals of needing meditation, like, there's prerequisites you need to be doing in order to fully fucking participate in this game in a way where you are creating your reality, where you are allowing the desire that you want in your heart to be offered to the world, and trusting that it will come to you when the time is right, while also simultaneously taking action, not waiting, and moving forward in the direction of your dreams, even though you don't fully know where you're going, but you have just enough there to get you to the next step. Can we hold these? Can we be in paradox? Because if we can, then we can fucking make magic. And if we can't, it's a lie. That was a trick fucking question for you. Yes, you can hold these things because humans are so powerful, dude. Like, we, you, me, all of us, we are so powerful. And if you have forgotten your power, here's your fucking wake-up call. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm currently recording this on Sunday. Whenever you're watching this, it's great, but regardless, you are powerful. Please remember that. Anything that makes you feel weaker than, anything that makes you feel insecure, that makes you feel small, that makes you feel like you are not worthy, is a fucking lie. And again, as one who has felt so small in his life, as one who has wanted to end his life because he was in a place of just crippling darkness, as one who has battled drug abuse, who has been through just a lot of shit that we will get into in later videos. As a fellow human who has gone through the human experience as well, I can tell you, you are powerful as fuck. But you gotta remember that shit, yo. You gotta know that. You got to be about that. And the only way you can be about that is by taking action, my friend. We gotta move. We gotta make it happen. But we gotta move and make it happen from a place of alignment. Not just doing busy work just to be busy. That's easy. Anybody can be fucking busy right now. We live in a world where busyness is a badge of honor. But what about aligned action? What about slowing down enough? Dropping yourself deep into a meditative practice so that you can understand exactly what those next steps are with what you have. And moving and operating from a place of alignment and love for you not from insecurity, not from shame, not from needing validation or to prove something. But what if it was just an action that was set as a love story to you, and that your wildest fantasies and beyond can be real, can be more than fantasy, but can be reality if you surrender to the way in which that they will show up for you, while simultaneously taking action in order for them to actually come to you. I can't make my life happen if I just sit in my room all day. I gotta be in the world. I gotta make the video. I gotta do the thing, but then I gotta go out and do things. But doing things from alignment is very different than doing things just to do things. So, where do we go from here? What do we do next? We slow down. Deepen your meditation practice. If you're not meditating by now, this is your wake-up call. Meditation is the key to it all. If you're somebody that has tried meditation and you thought to yourself, it's too hard, I tried it, I can't do it. My mind just goes busy and it's hard to do it. Like, yeah, no shit. If you've never done something before, gonna be a little weird trying it the first time. And when you look at cleansing, for example, cleansing the body, healing the body through detoxifying. If somebody's very sick, more often than not, in the detoxification process, in the cleansing process, they feel worse while they are cleansing before they get better. Why? Why is that? Because your body is purging and surfacing the toxins that need to be eliminated. Similar to the meditation process. When we first sit with ourselves, it's noisy, it's loud, it's uncomfortable. You sit down, you're like, oh my God, 5 minutes feels like a fucking hour. Get me out of here. Where are you gonna go? You're just sitting with you, dude. If you can't sit with you, how the fuck can you call in the greater parts of your reality that you actually want, dude? You know? You know what I fucking mean? If you can't sit with yourself and be in silence within you, dude, how else can you have the dream career? How else can you have the purpose and the lifestyle that you want, the relationship, the friends, the body, the health, if you can't do something as simple as sitting with yourself? And the trick of that is like, yes, you can. I'm not saying that to be rude. You can sit with yourself. You can do it. You just have to remember, it's practice. It's practice. If you play an instrument, if you have an artistic expression, if you were an athlete, if you've done something that took practice, you understand. You understand. And that's meditation. So where we go from here is establishing your practice. Sitting with yourself for at least, Aspen. Sorry, my dog's right behind the camera. And oh, don't do that. Where are you going? What are you doing? Okay, she wants me in the video. Yeah? There she is. Oh. Come here. Come here. Come here. You want to be in the camera? So everybody can see how beautiful you are? This is Aspen, also known as Big Sweetie and Bug. She got the name Bug because she's a little ladybug. So it's just Bug. Bug. Okay. Let me finish this video. Let me finish the video. Lay down. Got doggy eye boogers on me. Okay, sorry, that distracted me. Hey, lay down. Lay down. Establish your meditation practice. Okay, hold on. Let's bring it back in. Establish your meditation practice daily for a minimum of 15 minutes. 10 minutes even. Fuck it, dude. 5. Start with 5. But really, it's kind of like when you're working out. Like, if you do something for 5 minutes, you're like, yeah, okay, I guess. But like, when you do it for like 45 minutes, like, you really fucking feel something. Now, it takes a minute to build up to 45 minutes, and I don't meditate for 45 minutes every day. Roughly, honestly, I meditate for about 15 to 30 minutes, depending on the day and what I got going on. But I also do multiple rounds throughout the day. So I'll have like a little session in the morning, a little one in the middle of the day, and then a little bit of stuff through before I go to bed. So there's multiple check-in points, and you can do it like that too. You can spread it out. You can start with 5 minutes in the morning, go there, and then try again before you eat lunch. Before you eat. That's a specific one, because when you're full, it's a little bit different. I don't know if this is picking up. No, she's squeaking her toy. Yeah, she really wants to go walk. We gotta go walk her. But either way, create multiple check-ins if you need to, but establish your practice. We'll get into it. I'll have another video talking about the meditation practice and things. Create a practice. Clear your lens. Make sure that the things that you are seeing and desiring are from a true place. For example, if you're wanting relationship, you have to understand that relationship, a sacred mirror, is going to challenge you. You're going to be calling in your sacred mirror, showing you where the fuck you're at. So if you're just wanting to get into a relationship because it's fun and all, you know, you're having consistent sex and you have somebody that's with you and you get to cuddle and you do these things, you get that shit too. But like, once the cupcake phase passes, you have this relationship, like, remember, so like, clear yourself and know why you're calling in what you're calling in. Be careful what you're calling in. Know what the fuck you're calling in and why. And unless you have a clear lens from the base of meditation and reflection, and it's gonna be a little weird. So make sure that you are clearly knowing what it is that you are calling in. Take time with yourself. Be with yourself. Journal. Be with the physical sensations of your body. Little burp. From there, offer it. Claim it. It is here. It is now. The relationship and the career path that fulfills your purpose, it is here now, happening. Infinity spans forward and back. Energy is both wave and particle. It is all happening here and now. Connecting to that higher timeline, coming from the meditation practice, is a devotion. Saying, this is what I want, and then trusting that it will come when the time is right. Then the other side of that is taking aligned action, the steps forward in a way that is of the highest virtue to you, choosing you from a true, authentic place. And it's a practice game. There will be times when you show up from insecurity, dude. There's times when I show up and I'm feeling a little, that little boy in me, he's just feeling a little, what? And he makes some silly decisions, and it's okay. It's a learning game. It's a practice game. You get to try again. But it's the intention, though. Like, I am leading the intention of alignment. And through that, the action steps follow from that. And then from there, just allow it all to fucking come. Trust life knows what it's doing. God knows what it's doing. Reality doesn't question when summer is here and the flowers and the trees and everything is all bloomed and blossomed and everything. The tree and the flower aren't questioning, oh, is it going to happen this year? No, it just does. Even if it's a late bloomer. It still does. Easier things said than done, my friends. But what else are we going to do? This is the game of reality. Tell me now in the comments below, what are you offering? What are you offering and allowing? And I want you to say it in the I am statement, as if it is present. It is happening right now, because technically it is, because time is a weird illusion, right? Like, that's time in a moment, but then it's drifting, but then it's like here right now, and that's weird. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're gonna understand what I mean by that. If you don't, it's all right. We'll get into it later. Got tons of shit we need to talk about anyways, and plenty of time to talk. So in the comment section on Spotify and on YouTube, tell me in the I am I am blah, 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 blah. However you want to phrase it. Whatever comes to you. Whatever your intuition says. But if you're on YouTube, comment, like, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, follow, leave a review. Let me know how you resonate with this. And I do want feedback, so just let me know what resonates. How we doing? Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Time of Sages, doing all that shit. Still trying to figure out what to do with Instagram, but TikTok's been fun. Been liking that. Instagram, still trying to figure out like how exactly I want to operate in that space. But either way, much love, my friends. You fucking got this. Have an amazing rest of your day.